Hey guys, this is a first narrated roll in a while, so let's get into it. This is the first roll of the day, so it's an example of a flow roll. Uh, we're not going 100%. I just wanted to share. You don't have to kill each other. You don't have to destroy each other to flow and get some technique and to get warmed up but also do some good jujitsu back and forth. So Cruz, he's a white belt. He's built different. Uh, he's he's obsessed with jujitsu in a good way. Always fun. Uh, t- uh, Soaking up and improving rapidly. You can see he's got really good fundamentals in this role. So let's get into it. Oh yeah, we're he's saying we're not going to go too hard. And we've been working on Darce for like a week and a half, 2 weeks at this point. So try to get him up to headquarter position, working up, forcing knee shield kinda. But he likes butterfly guard, so I come up to ladder pass, pummel pass, but he prevents that. Gets the shoulder crunch, goes for the off balance, sumagishi. So I'm go to the other side, headquarter, pull on the head and kind of X pass there. And then again, I'm controlling the head and going for the darce, but with the front headlock. My arms are short. It's hard to finish a darce, so I'm using it to pass more. Um, he's framing, so it's preventing me from going over the top north south. So I go to mount and working the katagatame on the other side there a little bit. But he was escaping, elbow knee escape, so I float off to knee on stomach. I'll show that again. So boom to the other side, good frame, sit out. I'm trying to get his hips away and good off balance, so I had to post, freeze up some time, and I, I Americana there, but I'm pulling the get him on his side to again go for the darce, but he keeps his back flat and his neck strong, so it's hard to get him over. Oh, and he just big man rolls me to the other side. Uh, I tried to pummel a little bit the legs, maybe to do a smash pass there, like right there. I tried to settle my hips, but he just threw me over with the underhook. It was nice. He might have 35, 40 pounds on me. Nice tripod, but I high step out my leg. Good foot in the hip there. I'm trying to control his shins and trying to settle in like over under pass or headquarters again. He's controlling my head. So, but here I'm trying to like tripod, trying to, but I'm not pummeling and getting my head to the floor uh, to to tripod pass. Nice. If we're going 100%, I would have like dove for that front headlock or anaconda. We're speeding up here though. Headquarters, nice sit up to get his butterfly hooks. I tried to body lock past him there, but he used his left underhook to prevent me from connecting my hands. Oh, nice sticky hook there, right? So he's doing a good job of maintaining butterfly position. He should be sitting up though and overhooking a hand and getting a foot in the floor and going for the sweep. But let me see what we did there. Okay, so no shoulder crunch there. As soon as people get the position, I like turn my thumb up to prevent and get my elbow down to prevent the ude gatami, the straight or the razor lock. There, I'm trying to control his shin. I tried to get his shin um, and uh, control his right knee and pass to my left, but that didn't work. So I'm going for not quite a hip heist, not quite a cartwheel, but I get to the side, and here I'm trying to shelf his leg and maybe smash pass to mount. Um, but he's doing a great job of controlling my wrist, and he did that earlier. He's done that a couple times in this round. Um, and that prevents me from getting the underhook, and really getting chest to chest. He can use that to put his right shin in my bicep. I don't remember what he does here. But that's preventing me from settling. He gets his butterfly hook underneath, kind of a like a modified jailbreak escape. Um, I showed that on Instagram. I'll put it in the comments a few weeks ago. Um, but that's nice. He made space. Ah, I I backstepped to because he was about to come up into butterfly. So I tried to like kind of hip hip heisted uh, to get out of that straight away. But because he had that grip, it was just easy to snag a Kimura grip. And then and then he basically bench presses me there. But not really. He was just keeping his frames. Um, and so in one thing I've been trying to do lately, instead of just body lock pass, half guard pass, which I've done for the last 3-4 years, is to try to pummel and float a little bit more. Um, and maybe that later this year do some more outside passing with footwork. I've been trying, especially NoGi. It's a lot of cardio, a lot of work to do outside passing when people can like shrimp and regard back. So I've been trying to body lock more to control the hips and so. But so with this, another thing, just super inspired by Bruno Malfacini, watching him pass guard. It just I'm 1/5 his speed, so I can't do all the speed and aerial stuff that he does. But just the idea of not fighting the strength and size, but just trying to go with it and find ways to get past the guard. So I put the knee on stomach a little bit, and then I'm trying to cross face to flatten him. He's doing a good job of preventing that cross face. Pummel in, pin that hand, but he's ah so he prevented the crossface with his left hand. I pummeled, and then he prevented it with the top hand. But because he's controlling my hand with both of his hands, he left the midline open and gave me space for my legs to get to the other side. So you can get him on his back. So I'm trying to it's exposed, so I'm trying to get a seatbelt or a Kimura to take his back, trying to get my left knee underneath him. But he's driving in with both legs and getting his back flat to the floor, which is good job. And he's framing on the hips. I'm going underneath his arms for north south. There, that's better. I was on my knees and he was moving, and so I'm tripoding. I'm getting off my knees, trying to put all my weight into my right shoulder to kind of keep him pinned like a bug with a pin. But he's doing a good job framing his hips, swinging legs side to side. Uh, he might so he escapes. I gave him too much space there. Again, not trying to like we're not trying to smash each other in this round. Um, but I I was trying to feed his left bicep. I was trying to pin it with my left shin and wrist lock him on the far side, and that eliminated my chest to chest pressure. And so I shouldn't have done that while he was swinging his legs. Oh, okay. Wanted to show you this too. So he's he's framing, and so one thing I'm doing too, I'm pulling up on the frame. So instead of just pressing in and smashing on the frames, is uh, controlling the frames, pulling the wrist away when extending the arm. Instead of a 90 degree, extending it makes it more collapsible. So I'm pulling that to get rid of the frame, um, and kind of reposition to collapse it even more with my chest. But I'm also feeding for the darce here. Again, I'm going for darces and spin around to the side, back exposure. So like super strong. So I just trying to take the back more too. Now this is interesting, Cruz. Like when people get a Kimura grip on me, I'm trying to get my back flat to the mat, maybe attack the armbar or just recompose guard. Um, but he's flat to the mat, um, and it's kind of hiding his wrist, preventing me from pulling the Kimura out and putting it behind his back. Now it's a little dangerous against someone bigger. He if that that fist slips off his thigh, and then his back is exposed, that's going to be a quick tap if you can free the wrist. Um, but in a sense, he's kind of covering his wrist with his thigh and his hips and his torso, so it's keeping uh, his arms safe. Um, so that's good hip height. So I might play with that instead of going belly down. So go for the Kimura. Um, Instead of Tariko Plata, I go for the arm bar. Pop up to my toes and pivot. And he's got the rear naked defense, so um, I got to untangle that. To do that, free my foot, try to cross my ankles, pull up on the far tricep to kind of loosen that, and then go for. Oh, I see. I made a mistake there. Um, Sometimes you can thread your left hand through and put your hand on your right thigh and use your right hand to untangle the rear naked, judo chop it, or push on the elbows. Uh, but pulling up on the far tricep kind of loosens it a little bit, and then I'm trying to spin it to the top side. That far arm is on the top, right? And so going S mount to the other side and attacking the arm is what I'm trying to do here. But right there, yeah, instead of my butt squarely on his chest like a good S mount, I think with speed I flung myself too far over, and I'm not I'm not putting my right leg over his face before sitting back. And that's what you want to do on arm bars, is throw that leg over before you sit back. Otherwise, you end up on bottom. Controlling his head, controlling posture, looking for triangle. And yeah, that's a perfect way to warm up. Um, and I'll have to grab Cruz again for another round and post when we're going a little bit more live. Uh, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And hope you have a good year with training, with jiu-jitsu. If you haven't already started, you're thinking about it, I encourage you to start this year. I posted a podcast about getting ready to start if you're thinking about it, getting off to a good start on the Uncle Wristlock podcast. And yeah, hope you have a good Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and good training 2025. Os.